I'm going to go through how I had set up my reading journal for 2022. Now in 2021 I had split it up into 2 separate journals, and I noticed that I had a decent amount of blank space. So I decided to cut out some of the spreads that I had done to keep it to just one journal for this year. I actually came across this brand of journal by accident because I was looking for a new journal and I thought this looked pretty cool, but it didn't have a pocket. So I'm like, well, this can't work for my monthlies. But I'm like, hey, I can use it for my reading journal. So I set that up. This front page will be a future log of readathons, although I haven't really participated in any readathons yet, not fully. I did the summer ween in 21, but that's been about it so far. I was going to be doing Buzzwordathon, but I didn't really follow through on it, so we'll see if I do for 22. I'm thinking about it. I seen that she had just announced it, so I might see what happens. So I have my books read in 22 page. Always list those here. Then my quarter 1 set up. I do the months here, and then of course over here I do these categories, which basically all of these categories are my video series, and although I didn't write the title for all the series here, well, for some of them I did. So I have them here. I got the Nostalgic Reads, Have a Little Golden Day, The Would Have Missed Out, which is for middle grade and kids books, Backlist Through the Decades, which was just trying to do any of the backlist ones, reading like a booktuber. I'm still working on one currently that I've been working on for most of 21, but it's going to be rolling over into 22. So even though like I wanted to do one of these per quarter, honestly it's going to be like one per year, but oh well. I'm trying. Then of course my genre trope tasting, the releases I put for 2020, 21, and 22, so I can kind of do like the 3 newest years here. Those would be like the most popular books currently anyhow. So I went with that, and then anything before 2020 would be considered a backlist or one of the other categories. Then I wanted to do like a topic. The topic I had planned for this year will carry over into the next, of course. I'm gonna do kind of a series where it's like, what else did they write? Where I kind of read what else that author wrote. And then if I add any random ones here, that's added to TBR. I like to commonplace my books. Not all of them, but like most of them. And like take notes and write onto the index cards what I like. So if I'm like, usually I read it through first and then I'll go back through and commonplace it, so those will end up being here. Then learn from nonfiction, finish that series, any manga, graphic novels, romance and steamy romance, which is like the heat levels 4 and 5, for the romances 1 through 3. Sci-fi, fantasy, mystery, horror. I'm trying to do I created a TBR for Zodiac videos that I planned, so that'll probably take up all of this year as well, so I'm putting those there. And then readathon, I'm thinking that if I do the Subscribe Star, that I might have like one buddy read for the whole year, maybe. We'll see if I even get around to that. We'll see. and then maybe a channel read along, but I'm not sure because I don't read very fast, so I know that doing these are going to be difficult for me, but it's something that I want to try, maybe. And of course my monthly January bookish habits here. These pretty much stayed the same as last year, so I just carried this spread over. And then I do a book haul here. If there's new books I hear about, I'll write them down here. My TBR for that month will go here, and then if I want to watch anything or listen to anything, it'll go here. The pages per day, the minutes per day, and then go on from there. I was actually able to fit the entire year in here, and I marked each of the quarters with purple and the rest with pink. I was kind of excited that I was able to fit them all, honestly, which will turn out pretty cool. And there's actually a few pages at the end, so I like how this turned out, and I'll probably continue to try to fit it into one journal per year for my reading journal. We'll see. We'll see.